And we are off to Montclair to see the tour of the Crane House. I went, oh gosh, I went a long time ago, at least 20, 25 years ago. So it's been a while, so I'm looking forward to it. We were invited, the Facebook page from the
Growing Up
in Montclair Facebook page. We were invited by the trustees of the museum, so we're excited to be going, and we are getting on the parkway. We're going to stop at Pop-Pop's house in Montclair, and then
maybe we'll film something with him. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll film something with Pop-Pop, and we'll film at the Crane House, and we're going to take you with us. So let's go.
Whippersnapper going to afford a house like this. But as you know, he did a lot of things in town that changed the way people in town live, but also made him a ton of money while he was at it. He started up the general store that was in town. It was the nearest general store there was. He started up the Newark Compton Turnpike, which is Bloomfield Avenue, and it's called a turnpike because you have a big pike or log in the middle of the road and you literally turn the pike after you pay the toll, and that's how you go through. Hence the name Turnpike.
Was he the toll collector?
He was, well, he was not the toll collector. A lot of people made a lot
of money that way.
But he got the tolls. He did not run up and down picking up the tolls. Yes.
He came to his
bank account. And Israel lived here with his wife Fanny and their 5 kids. And when we bring the school kids in, we say to them, this was the living room, or like your family room right now, and this is where they would have hung out. And it's always surprising to them that there's no television set, there's no computer, there's no video games, there's nothing, right? So what do you do during that time? The house probably was shaped like this, had a typical gable roof when it was built. But James Crane decided that he wanted to modernize it, so we turned it into the box shape that we're used to today. He also put all these moldings up around in more Greek revival fashion. When you go upstairs, you'll see railroad. It changed the tenor of the town. We were moving from a farming community now into a suburban community that we are today, although they hadn't coined the term yet. So the other thing it was doing was bringing up people from the south who were now settling here. When you get the houses like you have on Upper Mountain and on North Mountain, you need people to help run them. And so the Irish immigrants, the Italian immigrants, the African Americans were coming up from the south. This, as I mentioned in the other room, The boarders that lived here, this was their dining room. We know that because in 1936, the Historic American Building Survey was commissioned by the federal government. Is anybody familiar with that? The Historic American Building Survey was basically the economic stimulus package for the Depression. What they did.
And you know what year that picture?
We figure it's late 40s. And we actually have identified a few people, but the names are not with me at the moment. So, but you can see the way unlike the boarders' dining room where we had to take a lot of guesses as to what the room might have looked like, in this room we actually have some photographic evidence. And so we tried to recreate this room based on it.
Yeah, they showed the wall underneath. That little thing to pull on the handles.
James Crane built this, or Israel Crane built this house.
Sorry.
It was one large open hallway. This was added later on. This was added with change. I suspect that
Just trying to get the butter churn going here.
Yeah. That's what we do.
So if you want to try your hand at churning some butter, got cream in there. Not that Mr. Crane had a farm. He was not a farmer. He was a mercantile. He ran a store. Well, he ran a couple other businesses as well.